Ladies and gentlemen, I kinda made a mistake, but I'm gonna go ahead and just correct it. And the mistake I made is that I didn't watch my video towards the end and realized that, hey, I actually didn't include the part which I made changes after the 5 days of testing. So I'm gonna go ahead and include that now. So on wave 13 and wave 16, sometimes husks make it pass through all the traps over here, right? Make it through all the traps over here. And this is only because they're going with the mini boss itself. So the mini boss goes ahead, activates all the traps, and they follow behind. And that's the only reason why that it could make it on those mini boss waves. So when the husks make it past the traps on the mini boss wave, there's only like maybe 1 or 2. And then I have these wall spikes over here for that, so that when they're whacking on the walls, they will just kill themselves, and then they should be good to go. Alright. Now, I also made a little bit of changes over here, and I'm going to explain. So make sure you remove this tire trap over here. This seems to be unstable for this area. I'm not sure why, but those 2 areas, they seem to be okay, even though that the tire traps do drop over in this area. But having a tire trap directly above it doesn't seem to be okay, and sometimes the propanes explode, which I wasn't really sure what's the reasoning behind it, but even then, it was rare for it to happen. Alright. Everything over here has remained the same. Okay. And another thing I want to point out as well is this particular block off over here. Alright, this block off over here, remove the freeze trap. It actually gets destroyed by a rare spawn over here. However, the walls will remain intact. So make sure all these walls over here have healing, whether it's from a healing spike or from the trap itself. And for the traps I'm using, I'm going to be using the double reload, 3 times durability, and healing wall launchers, along with the same rolls for the wall lights over here. Alright, so I'm going to be using the exact same rolls for the wall lights and the wall launchers to ensure they have healing. If you don't have healing on your wall light, right, or wall launcher, you can always add the wall spikes behind it, but it uses more structures doing so. Now, my people on my Discord also mentioned that there is a chance for the phasing to happen with this wall over here, right? It could be because of the corner piece over here, or it could be because of the, well, husk phasing in general. So one suggestion was to add a ceiling zapper right behind us. That's what I did, and yeah, that's it. So ceiling zapper with pure damage to instant kill the husk from coming under. Alright, and that's what that is over here. Now, I personally haven't seen any usage on these so far, but some people say that they have, so there is one option for that. Now another thing I want to point out as well, I'm gonna come over, let's say over here. So this is some option that you can do. This is totally optional, but this is just showing you exactly what you can do with this. If somehow there is a husk that comes over here, right, you can use this floor launcher, which is 3 times impact, double reload, and then use this slant to launch them in here, and then use a chain launcher with this floor launcher to launch them all the way back towards the east, right? You need to have a minimum of 3 times impact on these floor launchers. So these floor launchers over here are going to be 3 times impact, and you can use the 4 times impact too. I think those are fine as well, but I'm using 3 times impact over here. It needs to have a minimum 3 times impact to launch them up here, and then chain launch them back up there. Alright. Now, if you're going to build the slant, I would recommend building it from like this. So using the exact same lumber shield I have, just put a flat floor and a slant over here, right? Now, there's another option you can do, which I have seen, because I did this previously, where I had a slant over here, right? But I have removed this and changed this to a floor over here, because we'll end up, excuse me, if I use this instead, what I end up noticing, right, which to be honest isn't really big of a deal, is that some of the fatty husks would actually come over here a little bit and then change direction, right? They would come over here and then suddenly change direction, right? And to me, it was a little bit of a scarce, because if it was a propane that came over here and to take damage, right, it would increase the chance of the propane blowing up. So I didn't want to take a chance, and instead I removed this structure over there, right? I removed the slant over there and just moved it here, right? It's the exact same structure cost. Okay, and I don't think there will be any issues with the flingers over here. I don't think there'll be any issues with the flinger over here, because I think they need to fling from this position, which then they'll get wall launched anyway. Alright, so just keep that in mind over there. Now, if you're using this extension over here with the floor launcher, as you see on here, now from my testing, right? Or it could be maybe I have to retest it, but it seems like I actually need that wall behind it over here. All right, that's what it appears to be, but I'm gonna retest it to make sure I do need that wall. But you can add that wall over there at the very back of the amplifier if you want to be 100% safe. All right, so that is just in case you want to be 100% safe, you can add that wall, right? But I'm gonna remove it and retest it to see if I really do need it. But yeah, that is all the changes for the Wamp amplifier. I think there's a little minor one over here after the 5 days of testing, which I did this over here, which is I did these walls over here with the wall spikes, right, instead of over up here, right? I don't think it really makes any difference. There's just that for my mental thinking that if there's two walls too close to the amplifier, maybe it might affect how the mini bosses dance, so I just moved it a little bit down. And I don't think this needs extra layering over here for any potential smashers or mini bosses. Okay, so that is all the changes for the Wamp amplifier. Now there's one thing I want to note before I conclude the video. I've already done recording for the Hill amplifier. So the Hill amplifier, I am testing it right now to ensure that it is working properly after rebuilding it, right, and recording the building of it. Now there is the lava amplifier over here. Now I haven't tested it yet, but from what some people are telling me is that some of the husks that coming through here, they can't get launched from the geyser anymore, right? That's what they're telling me. I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but however, as a player, they seem to work 100%. So yeah, I would have to ask some people exactly what's going on there, right? Maybe because of the floor or something. I have no idea. I have no idea. So yeah, let me know if that you're having that problem with the guys over there on the lava amplifier. But that'll be it for this video, and as always, have fun building.